As the American president, Donald Trump's suspected ties to Russia continue to plague him. His Russian counterpart put on a brazen show of force today. Vladimir Putin says his army can repel any potential aggression, and he paraded a terrifying arsenal of weapons through Red Square. Our Europe Bureau Chief Jeff Semple has a front row seat in Moscow. Jeff?
Well, Donna, take a look at this impressive fireworks display lighting up the sky over Red Square and marking the end of Victory Day, a deafening display of patriotism and power. Victory Day in Russia's Red Square, marking 72 years since the Nazis' defeat. The parade boasts military hardware past and present, from Second World War tanks to a nuclear warhead, just one of the Kremlin's 7,000. Our forces are capable of repelling any attack, declared Russia's commander-in-chief. But to efficiently combat terrorism and extremism, the international community needs to work together. Dozens of foreign leaders used to attend the event, but in a sign of Russia's growing isolationism, only one, Moldova's president, attended this year. These veterans remember when Russia and the West fought on the same side. During the Second World War, we were great partners with Canada and the U.S. and other countries, he says. But now, unfortunately, the relationships are not very good. Another veteran didn't want to be interviewed by Canadians, saying we're not partners anymore. The parade involves more than 100 military vehicles, dozens of aircraft, and 10,000 troops. And lately, they've been doing a lot more than rehearsing their steps. These new air defense systems on parade were recently deployed to the Arctic Circle, part of a new Russian military base to assert its Arctic claim. These bombers were intercepted just last month, flying close to Canadian airspace. And these warplanes are the same ones flown by the very same pilots conducting airstrikes in Syria. Well, the U.S. and NATO have bolstered their military presence in the Baltics.
I, Donald John Trump.
At the time of Trump's inauguration, more than 70% of Russians said they expected relations with the U.S. to improve, but not anymore.
Right now, we're not getting along with Russia at all.
At this American diner in Moscow, they've lost their appetite for President Trump.
I don't think he will be a good thing for Russia. I don't know where this all started, that Trump is a friend of Russia. I don't think so.
There were people who said we could negotiate with him, but that was an obvious lie, says this member of Putin's party. And as long as Canada follows the U.S. lead, we won't be able to be friends either. The Russian Foreign Secretary will meet with his U.S. counterpart tomorrow in Washington to discuss the war in Syria. After their last meeting in April, President Trump described U.S.-Russia relations as being at an all-time low. And few here are expecting tomorrow's meeting to be any friendlier. Donna?
All right, Jeff Semple in Moscow tonight. Thanks, Jeff.